Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Last night in Ukraine was tense. Overnight into January 19th, Russian forces attacked Ukrainian territory with 145 strike drones. The military confirmed drone hit at least 12 locations across the country. The head of the Odessa Regional Military Administration reported that the attack damaged residential buildings, energy facilities, and gas infrastructure in the city. One person was wounded after a drone struck a high-rise apartment building. Damage was also recorded at a critical infrastructure facility. Moving to the front line, where Ukrainian analysts say the Huliaipole sector currently poses the greatest threat. To slow Russia's advance, Ukraine's defense forces need to increase troop density in this sector. At the same time, Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky has said that the operational situation in the Pokrovsk area remains extremely tense. In the Pokrovsk-Mironokhrad region, an exhausting confrontation continues, with around 50 clashes every day. According to Syrsky, Russian forces are increasing pressure, moving reserves closer to Pokrovsk, and actively searching for weak points in Ukrainian defenses. Ukrainian command, he emphasized, is prioritizing the preservation of soldiers' lives and the combat effectiveness of the units. Now, turning to Syria. Government forces have taken control of territories in the northeast of the country that have been held by Kurdish units for more than a decade. Syrian government troops now control almost all of the Izor province, home of the country's largest oil and gas fields. They have also taken the city of Raqqa. According to CNN, geolocated video footage shows government forces operating in multiple parts of Raqqa, a city that once served as the main stronghold of ISIS. After a two-day offensive, Syrian authorities announced that President Ahmed al-Sharaa signed a ceasefire agreement with the Syrian Democratic Forces, which are led by Kurdish groups. As reported by the state news agency SANA, the agreement includes the full transfer of the Izor and Raqqa provinces under government control. Under the deal, SDF fighters will be integrated into government forces and the Interior Ministry after vetting. The SDF also committed to removing all non-Syrian Kurdish leaders and members of the Kurdistan Workers' Party from the country to, quote, ensure sovereignty and stability. Additionally, the SDF agreed not to recruit former soldiers who served in the Syrian army under Bashar al-Assad's regime and to provide government forces with information on high-ranking former regime officers hiding in the northeast of Syria. In this first clip, see Ukrainian soldiers from the Aris Artillery Reconnaissance Battery demonstrate a routine but extremely dangerous part of their frontline efforts, rotating positions in the Vovchansk area. Here, the 57th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade has been holding the line for more than 600 days, and personnel rotations have long ceased to be a quiet procedure.
Бегом, пацаны! Речь! Бегом! Быстро! Быстро, пацики, быстро! Вони в кузов!
Не знаю! Давайте! Хто в кузові?
Давай!
Давай! Це по вам, пацани! Крить надо!
Кого відкрить?
Це, крить! Блядь, о!
Це я думаю по вам, пацики.
Не знаю, що по нам. Бо ви ось спалили десь нам крить.
По мені так, що осколок впав.
Попав, але цей не пробив.
Чисто поняв? Нормально так пишу.
15 минут назад мені на голову активістка впала.
Через той фонан.
Слава Богу, вона не зірвалась. Ну це стволка, ну.
Це стволка, да. Це або в міномет, чи ні?
Не-не-не, Жека, там разрывук капитальный.
Ебать, прикинь,
О, да еб пизда нахуй.
Так, дивіться тут по сторонам.
Давай, да.
Де машина?
On the outskirts of Huliaipole, Ukrainian FPV operators have recently detected and destroyed a Russian MTLB vehicle used to transport engineering ammunition. The Russians were moving anti-tank mines in the armored vehicle's troop compartment, intending to quickly bring them closer to the contact line. An FPV drone struck the target with precision without any unnecessary maneuvers. One hit, and the vehicle was obliterated by secondary detonations. The ammunition inside exploded almost instantly, destroying the MTLB along with its cargo. Nothing remained of the armored vehicle that could be evacuated or reused. We close out with footage showing a unique air defense unit of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, staffed exclusively by women. Now specializes in taking down Shahed-type strike UAVs using interceptor drones. The work begins with target detection, acoustic signals, surveillance data, and routine confirmation. Next, an interceptor quickly takes off and approaches on a collision course. The process relies on calculation, timing, and precision.
Ціль 10-20, працюємо. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.